And number one heads up for the title.
All right, good luck, bro.
All right, good luck, man. Let's play.
Nice hand to start heads up with for Jorstad.
Sure, I was going to get into the whole, the big blind antes in there. You're not going to be seeing very much folding, if any. I don't think there'll be, even 9 deuce offsuit probably is going to want to play. We're going to be seeing a lot of limped buttons. But we start out with a very real hand. Need 2.5 X's from the button. And instantly, Attenborough on the gas pedal, 3-bets to 26 million, Jack 4 suited. Yeah, Jorstad is not going to be folding a hand this good, but I think, yeah, this is one where you don't want to 4-bet it because if you face a 5-bet, you end up folding out a ton of equity. So he's going to just take a flop in position with a really good hand.
Oh, just a little 55 milli in the pot pre-flop.
Really nice start for Jorstad.
Yep.
Is that a tell when you knock over your stack as you're trying to put your bluff in?
It's a tell that you have a hell of a lot of chips in front of you.
Interesting bet size. A little small on a very wet board like this. I wonder if that's pause for concern. That's very funny. I meant to say cause for concern, but
yeah.
With 2 very cerebral players, we may have some pause for concern as well.
Concern, absolutely.
Now Attenborough improving to a pair. I wonder if that is going to slow him down a little bit now that he has some showdown. Putting together a lot of chips.
All of the monsters start crawling out from under the bed at this point. For Jorstad, is like, what are all the bad things that could have happened up to this point in the hand? And there's always several.
And I gotta say, I am extremely used to looking at this posture as Jorstad was in the tank for a very long time before shutting down my tag team partners.
Oh, yeah.
Bet bluff.
Okay.
He finally pulled the trigger and 5-bet jammed ace jack and took it down, but he tanked 15 minutes. I think I had an entire beer on the rail before he'd made his decision. Jorstad has to feel a little bit better about no hearts coming in and not another Broadway card, I would think. But Attenborough, I don't think Attenborough comes this far and gives up.
Did you sit much across the way from him, not just in heads up, but leading up to the...
We played a lot the day before the final table.
Okay.
But I feel like
in the tag team events, what we're talking about out
yes.
there, folks.
The one that Jorstad and Patrick Leonard took down for their first bracelet apiece. I think I'm a little bit chicken, but I would want to just check this and scoop a 200 million chip pot and have my opponent absolutely dominated. Jorstad, though, very good player, and like if he can squeak out value, he goes all in. He's trying to end it in one hand.
But obviously, if he folds here, plenty of play left in his
Still
stack.
Tons, yep. In case anyone's joining the stream late, this hand's taken a while, and I could recount the action if you're wondering how we got here. Because sometimes you look at these 2 hands and think, how is this pot over 300 million chips? Pre-flop, Jorstad raised to 7.5 million from the button. Attenborough put in a 3-bet to 26 million, and Jorstad just called. On the flop, Attenborough put in a small bet, 16 million. Jorstad called. Excuse me. Turn, Attenborough bet 58 million.
Price-wise, it's fucking tough.
Jorstad tank called. Attenborough checked the river, and Jorstad put them all in. So here we are.
A meteor also flew above indoors here, which has really made it a little more difficult to try to keep focus on the hand.
Well, what we do know is this pot, however big it is, whether it's a bracelet or just this pot, is going to Jorstad, as he is shoved on Attenborough.
Indeed. Again, if Attenborough calls, it's over, and the bracelet is Jorstad's.
Are you surprised he's taking this long, Jamie?
There's $4 million for this heads-up match.
Yeah,
I can't imagine how much pressure that is and how this actually feels. Jorstad could call clock if he wanted to, but I think these guys both respect each other and that this is not Hollywooding. He's really thinking about calling off with Jack 4 suited here. Just doing math in his head in probably the most high-pressure situation that you could be in poker.
Well, I mean, you just look behind him, the media, the crowd.
Yeah, no pressure,
cameras.
just a bunch of people trying to get your bust out hand.
I also bluff, I have a pair and I block. You want to go offsuit Jack X, King X, fuck. This is tough.
He's thought of most things he's going to think of. And now he's going to go back over and see which ones he had check marks next to in the brain or something. I'm not belittling the fact that he's got a tank. I'm just trying to figure out what he's thinking about. And is this enough time to think about everything you need to think about? Attenborough. Approaching 20 minutes of tank.
18 minutes right now.
Okay.
I wonder how many times he's flipped back and forth from calling to folding, because I feel like anytime I've tanked very long, it has been that very cusp decision where at any moment if someone called clock, I may be calling or maybe folding depending on when they call it.
Could you stay as motionless as Jorstad has here
Point.
for nearly 20 minutes?
And the
Ooh.
fold.
Oh,
There is the muck. The clock. Never called. Jorstad wakes up from the nap and finds himself now with almost 500 million chips.
She bluffed me, eh? Fuck.